What is up, my fish tank guys and girls? Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Coralife BioCube protein skimmer. Now you might be wondering, didn't he already have this in his BioCube like a long time ago and did a video about tuning it and all that stuff? Didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. Maybe I can't remember. Did he? I'm not sure. Okay, so for those of you who might be a little bit confused, I did have a Coralife BioCube protein skimmer in my BioCube. However, this is actually a new version. It kind of slid in under the radar. I didn't know anything about it until I randomly found it on an aquarium website when I was buying something else. So yeah, this is version 2. I had version 1. Now the things that I didn't like about version 1 is that I wasn't a fan of the whole air pump and the wooden block that produced the bubbles. Now once the first wooden block I had went bad, the second one I got didn't work quite right, and then I finally found one that did work, and then the air pump bit the dust, and then it just was not my favorite thing. It's not in my BioCube right now. I actually got rid of it. So I'm hoping that they made some good improvements here on version 2, and this will allow me to add some protein skimming in my BioCube while keeping the all-in-one look of the tank, not having to add a sump and different things like that. Now, I will say that on the box here it says this is for BioCube aquariums 16, 29, and 32. Now, one thing I should note is that this does not have great reviews on Amazon, so I don't have super high expectations. But one of the things that people mentioned is that it doesn't really fit in the BioCube 16. And if it does, it's a really tight squeeze. So if you have a 14, right, or a 16, you might want to reconsider possibly purchasing this. I haven't heard any issues with the 29 or the 32, so it's probably going to be just fine for that. Now, one other thing I will mention is that another complaint that people have about this product is that it creates a lot of micro bubbles. Now, most of those people are putting this in their second chamber, so those micro bubbles are basically directly going into their pump back into their aquarium. Now, I'm hoping that I can fit this in chamber number 1, and I'm thinking that after the water flows through the in-tank media basket and through the sponge, that most of those micro bubbles should be gone by then. So hopefully that will, take care of that problem that a lot of people have with this product. So let's actually open up the protein skimmer. Enough of my jibber jabbering and my talking and all my nonsense. So here is the protein skimmer cup. Here is the main body of the protein skimmer. We have some instructions, and then we also have the pump here. All right, so let's do that. Let's put this guy here for some nice freaking aesthetics there, so you guys can see the box. All right, we've got the protein cup, or the skimming cup, I should say. This looks pretty much identical to version 1. Got the main body of the protein skimmer. Now this looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit more compact. The bracket here that holds it in place is tighter. It also has some rubber grips on the end to keep it from wiggling around and moving, which I think is a nice improvement. Obviously the bottom is different. This used to be open because that's where you put the wooden block to generate the air bubbles. Excuse me, holy cow. And let's see, one little difference here that's interesting is there are 2 notches, you guys probably can't see that, up at the top that is used to hold the skimmer cup in place. The old version had like a little plastic block kind of that held it in place there. So that's interesting. It's a little bit smaller, which is good. All right, and we'll look at the pump here. The pump is definitely different. As I mentioned, you had to use an air pump before. So it looks like this attaches here, and that goes there. I do know after reading some reviews and seeing the literature online that this little dial here at the top of the air tube is how you tune it, which I think is very nice. Now, one of the things I hated about the first version is you had to use an air pump, and there was a little valve on the air pump that you would adjust to adjust the amount of bubbles. Well, the problem is that I had my air pump in my cabinet to keep everything, you know, looking nice and compact in a small space. But so I'd have to make an adjustment, and I'd have to like kind of like peer to the top to see if it was enough. Or I would make an adjustment and then I'd get up and I'd look and it wasn't enough, and I'd go back and I'd adjust it some more, and I'd get up and I'd look. So the nice thing about this is you can adjust it right here, and you can see the changes to the airflow within the protein skimmer by using this adjustment dial. That's pretty nice. So, let's see. There is the overall look of it. It kind of looks similar. Obviously, it's a little bit deeper with the addition of the pump right on the unit itself. As I mentioned, the previous unit kind of ended right here. So that's why this probably is a real tight fit for the 16-gallon BioCube, and wouldn't probably even come close to fitting in the 14, because I believe, is it a 14 or is it a 13? I don't know. But the difference between the two is just the height of the tank. So that's why it might barely fit for the 16, but it won't fit for the older version, what, 13, 14, whatever it is. So yeah, so I'm hoping that this product works well. Like I said, not the highest of expectations since the reviews aren't great so far, but I really could use some protein skimming in my BioCube, and I bet there are a bunch of people out there who would like a nice protein skimmer for their BioCube as well. So I'm looking forward to putting this in the tank. I'm going to do that tonight. I'll post this video later this week. By the time you guys see this, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. And I think maybe in a couple weeks, I'll do a first impressions video to let you guys know, is it loud? Is it working? Does it fit well? Does it create a bunch of micro bubbles? All that good stuff. And then maybe in 6 months from now, I'll do an actual review to see how it holds up, to see if it's still skimming, producing a lot of gunk and junk in the cup that I'm pulling out of my tank. Yeah, I mean, that's all I've got. I'm going to have a link to this in the description below. If I was you, maybe wait a week or two until I post the first impression video, because like I said, this doesn't have great reviews. I think this was about 45 bucks. Maybe I got a coupon code or something. It was a little less. So anywhere in between $40 and $50 for this protein skimmer. But I'll tell you what, if it works, and if it works kind of like decently, I'll be really happy with it. So once again, I am the Fish Tank Guy. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you haven't followed me on Twitter and Instagram there, please do so. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to me here on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. I only post like one video a week, even, if that. So you won't be bombarded by a bunch of notifications, but I do give away a lot of great stuff. I've given away fish tanks and lights and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm running out of breath because I'm talking so much. But yeah, that's all I've got. So until a future Fish Tank Guy video, I will see you guys soon.